What if I told you that a small Adriatic country, best known for its red and white checkerboard football jerseys and stunning coastline, could punch way above its weight on the battlefield? What if Croatia, yes, that Croatia, has been quietly building a modern, adaptable, and surprisingly formidable...
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be checking out Croatia's military might is on another level, right? Let's go check this out. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Like, I want to check out Croatia's military level because I've reacted to other countries, right? Knowing their military strength and all that. So checking out Croatia's own, it's not going to be a bad idea, right? So let's go check this one out and drop your thoughts on the comment section.
What if I told you that a small Adriatic country, best known for its red and white checkerboard football jerseys and stunning coastline, could punch way above its weight on the battlefield? What if Croatia, yes, that Croatia, has been quietly building a modern, adaptable, and surprisingly formidable military while the rest of Europe wasn't paying attention? Well, buckle up, because Croatia's military might is on another level. And it's time we talk about it. Croatia. Population, just under 4 million.
4 million population.
Smaller than West Virginia. Military budget, nowhere near that of the big players like France, Germany, or the UK. So how is this country, wedged between the Balkans and the Adriatic Sea, managing to turn heads in defense circles? Short answer: smarts, strategy, and a heavy dose of post-war lessons that they've turned into doctrine. You see, Croatia's military isn't built to project global power. It's built to be quick, resilient, and lethal. Think of it like a wasp, small, agile, and if you mess with it, you're going to regret it. Let's dive into how Croatia went from the chaos of the 1990s to becoming a military force in the region, and possibly a template for modern small-state defense strategy. You can't talk about Croatia's current military might without first looking at its brutal baptism by fire, the Croatian War of Independence in the early 90s. Back then, Croatia was up against the larger and better-equipped Yugoslav People's Army. It was a messy, asymmetrical conflict. Think urban warfare, guerrilla tactics, and desperate innovation. Basically, the kind of military schooling no one wants. But Croatia graduated from it with honors. By the time peace returned, Croatia had learned several hard truths. Never rely too heavily on foreign arms suppliers. Mobility beats mass when you know your terrain. And perhaps most importantly, if you want to be secure, you better be ready to do it yourself. These lessons would go on to shape the Croatian Armed Forces, CAF, into what they are today. Lean, modern, and smarter than they look. Today, the CAF is divided into 3 main branches: the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. Each one is optimized not for sheer size, but for interoperability, NATO integration, and, let's be honest, maximum efficiency on a budget. Let's start with the Croatian Army. On paper, it's modest, around 15,000 active personnel plus reserves. But here's where it gets interesting. Their doctrine isn't focused on overwhelming force. Instead, it's about rapid deployment, flexibility, and combined arms operations. They've trained extensively in mountainous and urban terrain, basically their backyard, and are optimized for defensive warfare that makes would-be invaders think twice, or 3 times. Now, the Croatian Navy. It may not be launching aircraft carriers anytime soon, but Croatia doesn't need one. The Adriatic Sea is narrow and easily defensible, which is why the Croatian Navy has leaned into fast attack craft, coastal missile systems, and maritime surveillance. Think of it as the Mosquito Fleet: small, fast, annoying, and, when necessary, deadly. And then there's the Croatian Air Force, which just got a massive upgrade. But this wasn't just about shiny new toys.
This is beautiful.
This was strategic. By investing in high-performance, NATO-compatible aircraft, Croatia solidified its place in regional air superiority, signaled that it's ready to play hardball if necessary, and made sure any airspace violations will come with consequences. Suddenly, Croatia isn't just defending its skies, it's projecting regional deterrence. And trust me, everyone from Serbia to Russia noticed. In 2021, Croatia made headlines by buying 12 French Dassault Rafale fighter jets.
Are you kidding me?
The same jets France uses to flex in NATO and abroad.
Wow.
These multi-role beasts can dogfight, bomb, and do reconnaissance, and they're a quantum leap from the aging MiG-21s Croatia used to rely on. It's like trading in a dusty old VHS player for a 4K home theater system with missiles. Croatia may not have Silicon Valley, but it's definitely embracing defense tech. The Croatian military has been integrating UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, for surveillance, border patrol, and even offensive roles. These aren't Predator drones just yet, but they're a growing part of the arsenal. Why? Because drones are cheap, versatile, and they make traditional defenses nervous. A well-timed drone swarm can ruin someone's day. Ask any tank operator in modern conflict zones. Also, Croatia's partnerships with NATO have allowed access to joint training, cyber defense frameworks, and shared intelligence platforms. This means Croatia isn't defending alone. It's plugged in. If anything happens, it's not just Croatian boots on the ground, it's NATO's eyes in the sky and potentially boots on standby. And now we get to perhaps Croatia's most elite asset, its Special Forces Command, known as SFCOM. These are not your average soldiers. We're talking about highly trained operators with experience in NATO missions, counterterrorism, and unconventional warfare. Think of them as the Swiss Army knives of the Croatian military. If Swiss Army knives could call in airstrikes and speak 3 languages while rappelling out of helicopters. They've operated in Afghanistan, Kosovo, Mali, learning how to fight alongside international forces while sharpening their own skill sets. In fact, for a small country, Croatia has exported a surprising amount of tactical know-how through these missions, building not only reputation, but also connections that matter when stuff hits the fan. The country joined NATO in 2009, and they've taken it seriously, not just as a free security blanket, but as an opportunity to evolve. They've met interoperability goals, contributed troops to NATO operations, and actively participate in military exercises with some of the best trained armies in the world. In return, they've received upgrades, intel sharing, training, and the biggest advantage of all, the NATO deterrent umbrella. But here's the thing. Croatia isn't just passively benefiting, it's becoming a reliable contributor, the kind of member other countries look at and go, okay, these guys are small, but they've got their act together. In a region with unpredictable actors and a recent history of instability, that kind of credibility matters more than a giant tank battalion ever could. Look, nobody's saying Croatia is a superpower. It's not going to lead a multinational invasion of Mars. But military might isn't just about how many tanks you have. It's about whether those tanks are in the right place at the right time, and whether your soldiers know what to do with them. Croatia's military strategy is simple. Be too costly to mess with. And that's not bravado.
I love that.
It's logic. In today's world, where war is more hybrid, more urban, more digital, Croatia is punching at a level that should make much larger countries take notes. It's the military equivalent of a chess player who only moves a few pieces, but each move changes the entire board. So next time you're booking a vacation to Dubrovnik or watching Luka Modric weave through defenders, remember this: Croatia's not just playing games. It's prepared, it's evolving, and it knows how to defend its turf with the kind of quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout. Which is kind of ironic when you think about it. Because in an age of loud powers making loud threats, maybe the most powerful move is not making noise, but being so well prepared that no one dares test you. Croatia's military might isn't loud, it's not flashy, but it is on another level, and sometimes that's exactly what power looks like. Thanks for watching.
Oh my god, like who would have thought? Like Croatia is totally on another level. I never knew all this. And this was well explained, like trust me, it was well explained that even a layman can literally understand. Like, do you know I had no idea about Croatia's military might, like their strength, their capacity. I had literally no idea. But watching this video, I'm packed and filled with a lot of knowledge about them right now. And their military, oh my god, is totally on the high side, and they are so good. You might feel like they are not prepared for anything, like they are not well equipped, but trust me, they are. This video just made justice to it. Anyways, I'm so excited I checked this out. At least I have better idea and knowledge now, right, about the Croatian military, and it makes super sense. What do you think? Enlighten me more on the comment section. And what do you think about Croatian's military? Drop it on the comment section for me. Don't forget to like the video, share the video. Yeah. All right, guys, see you in my next one.